All right, so this is the final tier list update. We're using I'm going with the assumption that JP is not going to be releasing any new buffs before New Year's. And that's fine. It gives me time to upload this, and this is probably going to be the last thing I record for the year before I do my yearly update, New Year's resolution, whatever I'm calling that video. All right. So we have four categories we have to update: Berserkers for Shinpachi, Uesugi Kenshin, Nemo Santa, Takeda, and Ryoma. I'll reevaluate. Saika Magoichi, and just remember ChaCha. Oh my god, I had her in extremely niche. Okay, that's showing. All right. Uh I want to save Uesugi Kenshin for last because I have to do more adjustments than just her. People are getting moved down based off how I've felt this over the course of the year. So let's honestly get started with Saika. And after this year, I'm moving all welfares into the like having welfare section, aka like low stars and people you don't get from gotcha. Just because it is unfair to compare an MP5 welfare to an MP1. All right. So, Saika Magoichi. I in her review, I praised her because of how good she was in that lotto. She has a kit built for a fight that isn't gonna end in one turn, and that's fine. Like there are always cases, like even in a raid or a raid boss, where you're not gonna be able to just blow them out the water. Base attack is a little below average. Star weight sergeant normal. MP charge healthy. Very good hit counts. Uh, either average or above average, especially on the quick guards. She has a whole lot of crit, and as you know, Summer Scotty, and even Vitch, they love giving out crit. If you mix and match those three, you are going to have some really really lethal crit damage. Like, and it won't matter like what card you're using. It's just gonna be nasty. This skill I really like, especially against enemies that don't have sure height. Obviously, this is an extra battery. Like this part's a battery, and then you have an extra one. This I really enjoyed having for the raid boss. Like every time that something like this shows up, where it's either I don't want to one shot it or I can't one shot it. I'm always gonna like have this in mind. Basically, when speed isn't the issue, you're going for efficiency. For a boss fight, either like that's just how it's designed or whatever. This is a skill I'm gonna look at because it is pretty good. Uh, Lots of crit damage, whole lot of crit damage. Crit attack chance down. Very nice for a spammable MP like this 6 hit. And then she gets to mana burst levels for card buffs every time she MPs. Yeah. This unit is just fucking solid. She's just she's just good. She's definitely not EX. I'm not putting her in EX. She is significantly better than Altera. That's my base. She's significantly better than Altera. So she's going into A. And that is it for the archers. Uh 2020 and year update. Yeah, again, like these, I'm not the updates. I'm not trying to do a full servant review. I literally just did it. All right. So while that's doing, let's move on to the Berserkers. Okay, so now I have to actually look at ChaCha. Yeah, there you are. I gotta look at ChaCha. Okay, so what do they buff? This. Now she actually gets charged per turn on this skill, and she has a buster up. Oh wait, oh, no, they buff right. They buffed the regen from 10 to 20, so they doubled it, and buster performance up 30%. She has damage. She like I was being generous putting her in super niche. I'll be honest. She should not have been in there. She honestly could have been in the C or D tier. Um, I think even with this buff, she is still going in D tier. I think even with it, she's still going into D tier. I'm not gonna say don't use her at all because she's a welfare, but I'm like, even with this MP5, I'm not feeling it. She can do farming now. That's something though. She can do farming. It's just not gonna be pretty. She's lucky she's a berserker. Otherwise, it would not be working well. And I'm pretty sure this is double over on farming. Like 99% sure. Yeah, 6, not 5. Now, if this was a 5 turn, there's a chance you actually could have gone away with um double bitch, but mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. All right. Next, Shinpachi. Good base attack. Guy looks like Grimjow and Renji, so he gets coolness factor points. Healthy charge, really good hit counts, like 6 hit. We don't see that too often. Yeah, gorilla deck. He's good for solos. He can do some disgusting crit things with this low ass cooldown. Like you can get some really stupid crit numbers. Buster up. It's nothing. He ramps up crit damage and gets a buster up. If like again, when you have the right setup, oh yeah, and removes evasion. When you have the right setup for this guy, oh my god, you fucking pop the fuck off. And like, it's not like he'll never be able to crit because he makes his own stars when he's solo or just when he gets hit. And then like Vitch will give him all the star weight he needs. At bare minimum, I'm putting in him at A. I don't think he's EX. Mm-mm. But he's a crit berserker, aka MP1 doesn't matter. It does not matter whether he's MP1 or MP5. His crit damage is going to do the same thing. You can't say that much about these other servants. Doesn't have anti trait, but I mean, when you're getting like 400% crit damage, like easily, you probably can get even higher. I think like he might be able to hit the I think someone said that the ceiling was like 500. He might honestly be able to hit that 500% ceiling. It's not outside the realms of possibility. Yeah, yeah, I'm happy with this. We will change as needed. All right, next we have the riders. Let us start with Ryoma. He got an MP buff. He got a brand new effect on his MP. Star bomb. It's not much, but it is something. And the gauge is guaranteed. Like straight up, like he needed the MP damage. He is, especially after this lotto. I have used him so goddamn much in multi-core farming. It's ridiculous. Like this guy is designed for it, and they like gave him the buff he actually needed for it. I am very happy to move this guy up. Yeah, he's not going in A. Oh, don't get it twisted. He is not going in A because his skills are still like pretty outdated. Like I'm not too lost in the sauce, but he is going up at least a full tier. This was a buff he needed. Next, Nemo Santa. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, I'll fix that later. Nemo Santa. Again, I had a bad first impression of this guy. After this lotto, I don't have that impression now. This like him and Ryoma are probably one of the most free to play friendly 90 plus like lotto farming teams I have ever fucking seen. You don't need your own Castoria and your own Oberon. You need one of them. Most people in this game have Castoria or at least know how good she is. Oberon, maybe not as many people would have him, despite how many people want to like make sure people know they're balancing the game around him. Yeah, Nemo Santa, he is good. He is doing his job phenomenally. Again, attack is low, but it's whatever. MP charge, it's enough. That's what I want to say. It's enough. It's not some super crack stuff like Mordred. I don't think they're ever gonna make a unit that refunds nearly as well as Mordred, like Ryder. I don't think that's happening. But this charge is enough. His face guards crits are enough to like shoot him back up. He has the gain he needs. It counts. Not their average at worst, slightly above average on the quick guard. He does need the help genning stars. That is his weakness. But if you're just multi-coring, like stars usually aren't your concern. First skill is basically a mana burst, but if you're a group servant, like with Ryoma or any of the units on this list, you do more. They do more damage, and like especially if you need to pop this turn one to like clear the wave, they get to carry this through. Is that the smartest thing? Not really, because then they miss out on this when they actually need it. Another 20 attack and 20 MP damage, but I mean, it's there if you need it. But with Oberon in the picture, you want to save this towards the end. You're not going to get a chance to really use the group attack for 3 turns. I like this skill because it's literally Zenobia's. Like, and for a rider, this is what they need. They don't need 20 per turn, they just need 10. And then they're good to go because casters refund stupidly easy. Third skill, Arts buff, Harp of healing, but on a turn duration, and then a 10% battery. Honestly, like when you have like mana loading unlocked and everything, like this feels better, but it's not a 10% battery. Not great, but again, AoE. And based on the fact they did this, Ryoma, they're not giving you a higher AoE charge. They're not. They'll give you some other effect, but uh, if they do this on a modern servant, good luck buffing it on an older servant. Passives are good. They're fine. MP 4 hit AoE. Thank God it's 4 hit. If it was 3, we'd have a lot different things to talk about. But arts MPs, they definitely want more hits than like uh, a higher gain and less hits on the MP. Like for farmers, you want 4 plus easily. Skill seal and then super effective against evil alignment. This is good mod. It's like almost half the game. They're I wouldn't say that evil casters are the most common, but characters you think about for evil casters, Medea and Tamamo, and those are neutral evil, by the way. Uh, they get ran over by little children singing jingle bells. Now I feel the need to warn my kids at work not to do something stupid. Yeah, he is very specific to multi-core. And I even had a rider Mordred here at sea. Even though I praised her for having such stupid refund, at MP1 she can't even go above 100. So it doesn't matter how much she refunds if she can't even touch it. Uh it's one of these two. Okay. Also, I need to fix this with the tier list. Cause yeah, no, someone's getting moved down right now. Okay, so Nemo, you get put in A, Europa, you're at B. Because now I've used you. Your damage is shit. I don't know what I was smoking when I put you in A. I think I only put you there because you were an SSR. You shouldn't be up in A. No, no, no. Mm-mm. You are not nearly on the same level as Taikobo. I would put you on the same level as Bakken because both of you are supposed to be multi-core. Yeah. Uh, I do think Cabotrot and Divinky are just like far stronger on this. Now, let's have the person that is taking your place because it wasn't because of Nemo. That is not why I moved Europa down. Takeda is the reason I moved Europa down. Now, Takeda, low base attack, MP charge. It's healthy considering his hit counts. And he's got the full gorilla deck. He could do really good buster damage. He's got the fit. Got an Armani suit. Party attack up and skill cooldown. Buster up, 50 battery, drop stars, and then tank skill. He can do some solo stuff. He can like just survive for a while against casters. And I said this in his video. He's probably not dying. This this is gonna keep him from dying easily. He's he's probably gonna only use this up if he's fighting casters against um if he was solo. He'd only use that up because otherwise his allies are probably taking the hits too. Decent passives. Could be better though. MP seal and then res down for multi-core. This is awesome because any card type that follows up is gonna hit a lot harder. Free debuff, but only in multi-core. That's only gonna happen in multi-core. Otherwise, mm, yeah. No, like his damage is, and I do want to amend this from the tier list, or not the tier list. Uh, his review, his damage is a lot lower than I thought it would be. It's better than Europa, and it's more consistent than Drake. Drake needs her third skill to hit this number with Oberon. This is better, but it's not. Mm, yeah, it needs work. Needs work. This guy has a lot of room to grow, though. He has room to grow because it's better to release a servant weak and then buff it later than release something broken and literally not able to do anything about it. Because the FGO doesn't nerf servants; they only buff, and then they also design content based around that servant. Otherwise, they would have nerfed Oberon a while ago. All right, I'm not gonna do anything because I don't want to mess this up. Uh, good. Okay, good. So, last thing we need to do is extra class. First off, Luvia, you're knocked down. Arquid, gonna piss people off, but you're getting moved down too. So Luvia is because of this other unit that came out, Uesugi Kenshin, and she is just better than Luvia. It, the only time Luvia is better is when you have her niche. Otherwise, her kit is just a straight upgrade in almost every sense of the word. Arquid, I thought about it, and you hear it too much. 120 MP5 Arquid. Like, you do hear that a lot. I have an MP2 at 90. She's fine, but she's not this be all end all that I see so many people like talking about. So it like she is good, but I think I was lost in the sauce at first. Luvia, she's still good, but we're talking MP1s. And also like this was too top heavy. I think it was too top heavy. All right. Then again, the Space HR is literally only up here because she can Buster Farm too. It's not only art, she can Buster Farm too. So, Uesugi Kenshin. I mean, the fact that I just moved Luvia down, it's pretty obvious that she is going into EX tier. But this one isn't cap. This one is well deserved. So, low base attack, but rulers have a positive modifier, so it evens out. Star Weight Sergeant, ruler numbers, MP charge 0.62 with 4 hit arts. She's also can do the crits. Like, this is really good refund numbers for face cards. Hit counts are literally all above extra average except extra attack. First skill, she is a crit servant, crit damage, star weight, evasion. So these arts cards refund a lot. Arts up 50% battery, stars per turn 15. It works. Overcharge, attack up 20%, MP gen 30%. She can pop this on herself to get even better refund, or she can pop this on like a support that has a broken uh sorry, that has a broken overcharge like Castoria and get higher stages whenever you need it. Diva Perez, quick performance, divinity, buff removal resistance, and insta-kill resistance. Nice. Anti-alter ego. I mean, not the worst thing, but you're probably going one of these two. Removes all enemies buffs on a spammable MP with anti-trait and a card buff. This is without a doubt one of the strongest utility MPs for a challenge quest. And normal farming, like all you care about are these two. But for a challenge quest, this should be like pretty much all you care about. This is one of the most spammable NPs. And like she removes all buffs that can be removed. They've already been going the direction of like unremovable buffs, but like these buffs are the ones that enemies spam. Like your coup dodges. Like this is the type of shit that will wreck that shit. It cannot be underestimated. Like Shiro Amakusa uh was praised by a lot because he could do this AoE. Now you have someone that has that effect, but it's more spam. Arts up and then anti trait on the Bond CE. And yeah, is she the strongest single target art servant that came out this year? Yeah, that's too much of a hard decision. Like between Castori and Draco, like you are already in a hard place. But Uesugi Kenshin is the one. He's the one you're more likely to bring to a challenge quest. Well, the other two are much, especially Castori. You are way more likely to bring her to farming, but she could still definitely do challenge quests. All right, these are the updates for the end of the year. I have new rules for the next tier list, and a lot of these placements are all just going to be scrapped, and we're going to relook at them in a vacuum. Welfares are going to be off the list since now we have a vacation. It's not a matter of if you'll have these servants, it's a matter of when now. So I feel confident putting all low stars and these welfares into a guaranteed free servant tier list. Makes my life easier and harder because now that video sorry, now that video is gonna have like 90 servants on it. Fun. And that's probably gonna be broken up into two different streams, unlike the single stream I did last year. Oh my god. Yeah, oh my god. That was like a 9-hour stream. Or a 6-7 hour recording too. Alright. Hope you guys enjoy. I will see you guys later. Peace. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like or sub. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.